Hello and one and all, and welcome back to yet another movie review. And this time I shall be reviewing the 1960s Western classic that came out in 1966, that being The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, which is directed by Sergio Leone, if that's how you pronounce his name right. I'm pretty sure I did anyway. It stars Clint Eastwood, Eli Wallach, and Lee Van Cleef. And if you guys have been following my channel since January, you know I wanted to bring on some older films, anything that came out before the 70s. I've done that with movies like Citizen Kane, Casablanca, It's a Wonderful Life, 12 Angry Men, Psycho, On the Waterfront, and I like to continue that from time to time. Not on some sort of routine, just when I feel like it, really. But I thought, why not bring in a Western? And yeah, Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is pretty indescribable because the way this film is made is immaculate. And Quentin Tarantino has seen this film, okay, and considers it his favorite film of all time, and he's like, yep, I want to make films myself, I want to do this myself. And he did make his own westerns, Django Unchained and The Hateful Eight. And then, of course, Sergio Leone did make other films, Fistful of Dollars for a Few Dollars More, Once Upon a Time in the West, and America. And this film, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, is just... it's like the most iconic Western out there. For me, this is the best Western of all time, and this is one of my favorite movies of all time, if I'm being completely honest with you. It starts off with when we're introduced to Eli Wallach, who plays Tuco, who is the Ugly, and I love this character. He is just an iconic character, not just Clint Eastwood, but Eli Wallach as Tuco is so good in this movie. Every scene he's involved in is brilliant, and there's a scene early on in the film where he's almost kind of getting beaten up, which really had the edge of my seat. It just really put so much impact to the film. And we're also introduced to Lee Van Cleef, who plays Angel Eyes, also known as the Bad. Excellent character as well. I love the scene where you get this, where you're inside, you see him walking towards this guy sitting at the table. Just great shot right there. And of course, we all know and love him, Clint Eastwood, who plays Blondie in this film. Clint Eastwood is in all three of the Dollars films, or No Man with No Name, whatever you want to call this trilogy. And Lee Van Cleef also appeared in For a Few Dollars More. This is very similar to the Cornetto trilogy, where you have some big actors. They star in all these movies, in all three of them in the trilogy, and they're playing completely different characters. They're similar characters, but they're not the same characters. Because look at the Cornetto trilogy, that had different genres. It had a zombie comedy, an action comedy, and a sci-fi comedy, pretty much. Within these three spaghetti western films, he's playing completely different characters. And also, visually looking at this film, this does seem like a prequel to the other two movies, because it takes place during an American Civil War. Plus, he doesn't wear his iconic clothing outfit until the end, where he has his big jewel at the end. And Ennio Morricone, may he rest in peace. What an incredible theme he has composed. Like, Ennio Morricone did the best Western theme without question. You know, this theme, da da da, it's used all the time. It's parodied a lot, and it's one of the most famous theme tunes out there, and just it's so great. And it's just, you cannot have a Western film without music, obviously. Then, of course, you cannot forget about the big duel at the end. You, of course, do get some amazing sequences, but I love the one near at the beginning where you have Tuco and then Blondie, who's shooting 3 other guys, and then Tuco's looking at him with the cigar, like, which is pretty iconic. A lot of scenes in this film are super iconic. And then, of course, as I said, the big duel where the 3 of them are all standing away from each other in this circle, kind of, you know, just they're all looking at each other, they're all sweating, you know, they're trying to get the guns, you know, but they're looking at each other and trying to put a hand away from them. Just, it's fucking great shit. Like, just, this is one of those classic films you just don't get anymore. And overall, guys, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is easily one of the best films ever made. It is one of my favorite films of the 60s. It's gotta be my favorite Western of all time. And just has amazing characters. Clint Eastwood, Eli Wallach, and Lee Van Cleef all do a fantastic job. The cinematography in the film is amazing. The way the film is shot is beautiful. Sergio Leone's direction is superb. The Ennio Morricone score is iconic, to say the least. And just The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, it's really brilliant. Just, if you haven't seen The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, even if Westerns are not your thing, give it a watch. It's one of those films you've got to watch. It is a must watch for every movie fan. And this, of course, is like a 6 out of 5, 11 out of 10, A+ movie. You know, I know I've said in my Prey review where I said I'm not going to grade stuff anymore, but with movies that I think are the best of the best, in my book, I'll probably give them A+, for sure anyway. But I mean, I'll grade something when I feel like it, because I'm coming to the point where I don't care about it. But that being said, guys, if you've never seen The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, it is an incredible film. You have to watch it. There you go, guys. That was my review on The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. So comment down below, let me know what you guys think of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. And also comment down below, let me know below what is your all-time favorite Western. Let me know below in the comments. So good to be talking about these kind of films again. I know Chris Duckman's done it, and a couple of other people have done it. I've seen on YouTube do older film reviews. I'm glad to be part of this conversation. I'm glad that older films are getting more attention. You know, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, 2010s. I love all those decades as well. And the 70s as well I love. But everything before that we need to look at, because they're the type of movies that inspire the newer films that we're seeing today, like with Quentin Tarantino that I've mentioned earlier in the video. But as always, if you're new to my channel, please feel free to comment, like, subscribe, share this video, and notify that bell before you leave. And as always, until my next video, I shall see you then, and peace.